Alright guys, you ain't figured it out yet. I got a striker cast, and I am trying it out for the very first time. We ain't fishing with it right now. We just gonna play with it and see what it do. Alright. We were a while ago, it was 2 feet. We're at about 4 feet. Water temperature is 90 degrees. And there it is, 4.3 feet deep right over there. Pretty cool. And I'm not seeing any fish. Not that I'm looking for fish, but you never know. There's something at about 2 feet deep. Yeah, it's fish in some weeds. Huh, cool. So, anyway. We're moving it now. About 3 feet or something. Something out there. Well, I'm not gonna say I won't use it to see if I can find fish sometimes. But what I want to do, more settings. This is the GPS guy, so I'm hoping it's mapping this lake. That's kind of what I'm wanting to do, and find out what the depths are, where they are, and stuff like that. There we go. About 3 feet right there. All right. Bring it out. It's literally like trying to throw a baseball. So, I wonder if I could do that, if I could just hurl it like a ball. No, because I can't throw. Anywho, bring that back. I got it attached to the big ugly stick with the big reel and the 50-pound braid. All right, let's see what it is way out there. About 2 feet deep right there. We're at 1.9 feet. Oh, there's a lot of structure and land mass right there, it looks like. So, anyway, a lot of crap in the gunk in the water there. 5 foot, 2 feet deep. Okay, that sounds better. 5'1". So it's still pretty shallow right here where we are. All right. About 4.8 feet. Ooh, you can turn the phone sideways too and do stuff. Yeah, I know, you're watching me reel. Watching my hand. 4.5 feet coming in. 4 feet. 3.9. Pretty cool watching all that stuff. No, can't wear the glasses doing this. I can't see a thing. All right. All right. Well, not even where I wanted to throw it, but it's really like throwing a brick. All right, let it get set. We're still only at about 4 feet deep, way out there, straight off this point where the flat bottom kayaks and canoes launch free. $3 permit required. Or don't launch free, launch here. Sorry. 4 feet deep, right out there. Okay. Cool. Now, literally that's about as far as I can cast. And I could probably cast a little further than that with my bait casters, but not really too much further. So this is pretty cool, and it's just gonna get shallower as we get back, because it's already, I mean, it ain't even 2 feet, you know, it's not even a foot deep. 3 or 4 feet out there in the water. Let me check my line and make sure everything's good, because this goofy thing cost me a fortune. But it's a pretty cool thing to have, and I want to know what I'm getting into out here, where I'm at. Still about 4 feet deep, right out there, about 3.8. So not too bad. Still, man, the water temperature is like 90 degrees. No wonder ain't nothing biting right now. All right, we're gonna check for the nope ropes right here. We're on this side over here. All right, get my phone out. Yeah, come on now. 8.1 feet. Nice. Several fish shit. About 4 feet straight out there in front of me. Pretty cool. Well, that's good to know. The further this way you get, the deeper it gets. Yep. Water temperature dropped down to 89.7. It's all right. This is good information. Good information. Alright, move on down, bring y'all back. Alright, here we are. Right here, one of my favorite places to fish. Let's see what it says. Get it back out. Alright, this guy is connecting. There's 2, 3, 4 fish there. Alright, we're at about 9.9 feet out here. That's good. Good to know. Water temperature is still 89.3. Alright, cool. Man, the fish are stacked up right out there. Hmm. 10 foot. Alright, cool. Neato. Alright. Bring y'all back. Alright. This is from the rock. We ain't never casted it that far. Still, I bet it's about 10 feet of water. Right up there. "14 feet of water out there. 14 foot. That's 14 feet. There's a fish with a 4 on it for about 4 feet. I guess that's the footage. I don't know. I've seen all the little fishies have numbers on it. Can you? No, we can't scroll with it. So like this way. Well, you definitely get a little bit more to see, but I like it this way. Okay. You got one coming up at about 3 feet, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 of them at about 8 feet. Awesome. Alright. Now, let's get it a little bit closer to where I can cast. Get a good proper judgment of the distance. I'm going to sit on the rock. Because this is where I normally do my fishing from when I'm sitting there at this place. Yeah, that's about right. That's pretty dang close. That's about as far as I can get them out there from here. It's still about almost 12 feet. 12 feet right there. Cool. And there's a fish. There's a fish. There's one at 8, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. So there we are. One at about 8. Another one at about 8. Cool. One at 7. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. A whole bunch of them at 8 foot. Cool. That was not smart. Don't do that again, ding dong. Alright, that's another pretty close to where I can throw it. And right there, it's about 10 feet. Okay, pretty close. One and a half. It's of course it's going to slope as we get back. We're coming back. Right there's about 8, 8 and a half. All right, cool. This is good stuff. All right, bring y'all back. Here we are over here next to the dock. We've got to make a decent cast here and not hit the dock. Holy crap. Okay, we didn't hit it. Line blew over it. Dang. Which that's actually somewhere we fish too, so let's get the line way over here, away from the dock. Yeesh. Okay. Where we at here? About 12 feet. Huh. Not nearly as deep as I was suspecting that it was going to be. 88. .3 feet, but there's a lot of stuff out there. I don't know if it's picking up that dock or what. And look, a couple of fish swimming by. Wow, it's reading all the way back to the bank. It just showed me those fish that went by and what depth they were at. That's pretty cool. They were at 2 feet. That's 2 feet right here. Cool. Get out of here, turtle. Check our line. It looks like it's in pretty decent shape. Alright, straight out that way. Straight out that way. Well, pretty close. Not quite where we wanted it to be, but that's kind of close. Guess that's straight up from where I threw it, huh? What are we looking at here? It's about 16 and a half feet. There's a fish about 3 foot deep right off the bank here from me somewhere. Well, 4 foot. All right, cool. Temperature is about 88.2. All right, that'll work. $16 feet right there. Like we got a wind blowing us a little bit now, so pretty neat. All right, bring y'all back on this side of the dock. Let's see what the depth is right out there. I'm betting it's about 10, 11 feet. What do y'all bet? It is about 13 feet. There's a couple of big ones out there about 6 feet. All right. Feet. Cool. Pretty neat. Alright. Bring y'all back. Alright guys, we're done with this one for now. Expect a part 2 quite possibly soon. But we've hit all of the places that I generally like to fish. A good chunk of them anyway. So now we're gonna know what depths we'll be at, which is always a big plus. I also know what the water temperature is today, which is a big plus. So that affects the way the fish act. So that's it. If you like this content, make sure you hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe to us. Hit that notification bell so you get all the videos and the shorts. Follow us over on Instagram and Facebook at Paul Goes Outdoors. And remember, keep getting after it.